Kathleen Kennedy is leaving Lucasfilm. She'll be back on Monday. Hey everybody, Brickhouse here, and ran across this article from Bounding Into Comics. A new rumor claims that Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy will stay on in her position despite her disastrous leadership of the studio. Never mind the fact she's pretty much killed off Star Wars, destroyed Indiana Jones, got Willow canceled and removed from Disney Plus. You know, rather large properties that were once prizes of Lucasfilm. This latest rumor comes after Lucasfilm's latest box office endeavor, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, bombed at the box office. The film only grossed $131 million at the domestic box office and another $126.7 million internationally, for a global gross of $257.7 million. That's a big oof. Given these poor numbers on the film's estimated production budget of $300 million, that is if they reported the budget correctly, and least we forget, you're talking about another 100 to 150 in marketing and advertising. Box office analyst OMB Reviews, hat tip to Odin, predicts the film is unlikely to reach 400 million globally, and thus it will likely cost Lucasfilm and the Walt Disney Company around 250 million. I think it's going to be closer to 350 to 400. But what's another couple hundred million, right? Not only is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny an epic disaster, but even the company's flagship Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian, is now suffering. Yeah, season 3 was atrocious. Viewers of the series panned the recently released third season. The audience score on Rotten Tomatoes for the third season sits at a rotten 50%. The company's recently produced Willow series was not only canceled after just one season, the Walt Disney Company removed the entire series as part of a plan for a massive tax write-off, with the Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Iger remarking, we realize that we've made a lot of content that is not necessarily driving sub growth. No, you're bleeding subs because of some of your content. And we're getting much more surgical about what it is we make. I got a question. When's that plan take effect? Even if you look past Kennedy's handling of Lucasfilm and the results of this year, she's only managed a decline. Force Awakens opened up to a booming $2 billion at the box office globally. However, subsequent releases saw big declines. Last Jedi only brought in $1.3 billion. Finally, The Rise of Skywalker barely eked over $1 billion. In between these films, Kennedy produced and oversaw Solo, a Star Wars story. That was a bomb. The first Star Wars film to definitively lose money, because it wasn't very good. Even on the company's publishing front, its High Republic initiative has not found an audience after its opening book. A report analyzing Circana BookScan data by Upstream Reviews found that the High Republic sales have seen a 90 to 95% drop in sales between launch with Light of the Jedi and the current High Republic novels in barely over 2 years. Man, they can't even sell books. Ouch. Despite all these markers clearly showing that Kennedy has completely mismanaged Lucasfilm on nearly all fronts, the latest rumor implies she will stay on board as president of the company. The new rumor comes from Matt McGloin of Cosmic Book News. He posted on Twitter, also asked about Kathleen Kennedy getting fired, told no one wants the job, so likely not happening. Pick me. I would gladly take that job because I have an idea on how to turn things around. Just saying. The rumor comes after one posting the Walt Disney Company is having heated meetings following the disastrous box office results of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. WDW Pro channel guest Mexican Iron Man detailed this information based on his source inside the Walt Disney Company. He said meetings did happen, that they were incredibly heated. There was a lot of heat in general related to Lucasfilm, related to the financial results. The way he described this to me, this started with the layoffs, and this isn't helping anybody's morale or anybody's sense of safety related to their jobs, just in general. He told me specifically that what he heard came out of this meeting, and he's close enough to know that no major decisions are going to be done for 2 weeks from the release. To which I asked him, I said, well, wait, this movie came out Wednesday. Is it 2 weeks from today or 2 weeks from last Wednesday? When is the 2 weeks? When does the clock start? He said, no, they actually think they're going to wait 2 weeks from the weekend. So they're going to wait 2 full weeks, including the weekends, before any major announcements might happen about who might be held responsible for this. In my humble opinion, should be Kathleen Kennedy. He went on to reveal his source informed that the proponents for Lucasfilm related to Indy, they're under the impression that they think that their argument, the way I understand it, from what he told me, is that things are heated. No major decision was made per se. The proponents for Lucasfilm think this movie has some legs. Some very short legs. And that the fact that it came out on the 4th of July is kind of a fluke because 4th of July fell on a Tuesday. I'm just repeating what he told me. Had it fallen on, say, Friday, Saturday, that more people would have gone. And so they need 2 weeks to see what are the real legs of this. Oh. Who's making these decisions at Lucasfilm? The movie has no legs. Okay? It's not in it's theaters. Whatever. For whatever the reason, there are people within Indie Lucasfilm camp, or they're in Disney and they're supporting this sort of Kathleen Kennedy Lucasfilm agenda. Their feeling is that this movie has some legs and that it's actually a fair assessment to wait 2 weeks. So they're going to wait. There's going to be some wait. WDW Pro then shared his own information regarding this alleged meeting at Burbank. That Park Place investigative reporter Jonas J. Campbell has come to the conclusion that based on the positions that we believe were involved in these meetings, that this was at least executive director level. Probably low-level VPs involved in this. The other thing that I'm hearing, once again, can't tell you how I'm hearing this. Nobody really believes that Lucasfilm is going to get this thing turned around. Disney has the same visibility in terms of the pre-sale tickets for this weekend that the trades do. Trades are seeing a 60% drop for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That's horrendous when you have low numbers already. He then questioned, why then is Disney giving Lucasfilm this 2 or 3 week cover? Well, what I'm hearing is that they're trying to protect Harrison Ford, and not for altruistic reasons, but because he's involved in another major movie that they have coming out next year. Well, it may not be next year now. And they need that movie to succeed. And they're trying to protect the press surrounding that. Because what happens if Disney comes out and says, well, it's hard to get an action film to, take off with someone of this age. Nobody's ever tried it before, yada, yada, yada. Right? That's an easy excuse to come up with, but it would also throw under the bus your big star who's supposed to be playing a major character in Captain America: Brave New World. WDW Pro then speculated this is a bit of conjecture, but the thought has occurred now that Harrison Ford may even be released from having to do press tours, going around with the media when it comes to the release of Captain America: Brave New World, to protect him from the fallout of this film. People asking him, how does it feel for Indy to fail in such a way? So there you have it. If not Kathleen Kennedy, who's going to be held responsible for the debacle that is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? Comment down below, share your opinion. While you're at it, please, please, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit the notification bell to get notified when my content becomes available here on YouTube. And as always, I thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you later.